Come on. Good boy. Off for another plod. Get your girth once we're along Rag Lane. Doing my girth up. Okay. And you can have a little stretch of your back whilst we're going up here. Stretch! No, you're not wanting to stretch. Good boy. Nice walk. So today I have used a ribbon that I've tied around my back and around the top half of the phone. And hopefully that will stabilise it whilst I'm trotting, rather than using something elasticated that has give and can move. And while the ribbon can move, there is no give. So in theory, it should stop the bouncing. But we'll see. Now, I do have to warn you, this horse trips a lot, which is why you'll often hear me calling him Sir Trips a Lot, or Trippy McTrips. Good boy. And he's particularly bad when he goes downhill. He can trip so badly that he nearly goes on his knees. That is because of his gammy knee, with the lack of locking mechanism. And when his knee does go, as it were, he ends up having a steroidal injection. The owner has basically said she wants him ridden. He's a bit too much for her, which is why she asks me to ride him. Although I'm a little out of practice, or at least I was when I started, touch wood, and I'm touching my head. I used to deal with some pretty awful horses, at least to start with. They were lovely horses, really. It was just bringing out the happy equine athlete afterwards, if that makes sense. Come on, old man. Pay attention. So today we're going around a village called Yeoford. It's quite a decent hack. There's some hills. Hill work is very good for horses. It doesn't really matter so much for him, but I like to get him doing hill work because it helps strengthen his back when he holds himself properly. At the moment, we're just warming up, so I'm not really asking him to do anything. I'm not using the flag at the moment because it will just get pulled out of my hand by all the brambles on the edge of this little track, which is a lot wider than it used to be because people like to drive down here in their four-wheel drives. I don't know if you can see the tyre tracks. There we go. There are some tyre tracks going on. They use it as a shortcut to cut out the village. It is a not suitable for vehicles lane, but vehicles still use it, particularly quad bikes, dirt bikes, cyclists, and obviously horses, because I'm on it. walkers, dog walkers, and so on. The kind of non-vehicle-y type people, although I suppose you could consider a horse a vehicle. But yeah, normal vehicles use it, but it's supposed to be non-vehicles using this. And it is a lot wider than it used to be. Which is why we've got the sudden drops on the side, if you can see that there. Having to bend awkwardly to show you. The flag's getting in my way, there we go. Stuff it a bit further down my trousers, or pants if you're American, watching this. Don't forget to subscribe. It is a new channel. I will at some point start doing videos about care of horses, controversial topics and things like that. It's just my dad has just had a heart attack and then a consequent bypass, and he's quite ill at the moment. So I live with my parents because around here it's very expensive to rent, and I'm not particularly fond of towns or cities anyway, so it's just easier. What I will do when they go, I have no idea, but there we go, we'll see. You never know, I might be a famous author or rider or something at some point. Come on, Trippy, think about where your feet are. Careful, good boy. He's often more trippy at the beginning of a ride. He's got grass belly, to be fair. He's just been taken straight off the grass, which is why I generally spend most of the first part of the hack walking. It's quite a long hack, so it's all fine. Walking is fine. You get to see the scenery. I get to blabber away about horses and so on. You may sometimes hear me sing a little. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do's a little. Come on. And some commentary on the way I'm passed by vehicles. Because as we know, vehicles are not the necessarily the best behaved, shall we say. Come on. Good boy. Slow pony. Oh God. It is best to go slow, darling. So when I'm going downhill to help him balance, I will keep my feet further forward than needed and my back leant back slightly just to help him balance, which is the opposite if you're going uphill. Although you don't put your legs back, you kind of put them in this normal place and you just lean forward a bit. You, depending on the decline that you're going down, will determine how far you need to put your feet forward and lean back. It is, which is a very important thing to learn if you want to do cross country, which is something I did a lot of when I was a youngster. Cross country was my thing. I liked it a lot. Don't know whether I would have the guts to do as much of it now unless I had a schoolmaster, and schoolmasters are 10-15 grand. So yeah, never going to be able to afford a schoolmaster. Never was able to afford a schoolmaster either. It was always something I had to work on myself, and my mobility problems, I would need something that, not necessarily something foot perfect, but something that would take me over the jumps. A bit like my first, she wasn't my first pony. I call it my first proper pony. The pony was Icelandic, so she wasn't supposed to be able to jump at all, although officially her breed was unknown, but she looked like an Icelandic. She moved like an Icelandic. She did the tolt, so it's very unlikely that she would be any other breed. He might be a little bit fussy about going a different way because he's very much. So I'm just going to get him. Good boy. Good boy. Get my flag out and then I'll continue telling you about Ace. So yeah, we bought her, or rather my granny bought her when I was 11. I remember all my friends at school. hold fire because they're going to think I'm mad. Go on, old man. Bear with. There we go, we'd start nattering again. So yeah, nobody believed me at school that I'd been bought a pony. I don't know why. People don't believe me when I say things, which is really quite bizarre, given I very rarely lie. But there we go. Regardless, got her at 18 plus, and she never refused to jump. So I used to jump massive on her. Oh, interim poo time. Now, just because she didn't refuse a jump didn't mean that she didn't get me off jumping, because Ace, bless her, had this rather irritating habit of jumping the jump. It's a squirrel, mate. Jumping the jump, turning on a pinhead, as the saying goes, which means as she landed, she did pretty much a right angle or more turn, and then drop her outside shoulder, which would get me off, and then she'd bugger off, excuse my French, to the to any other horses that were there. It was kind of like her party trick. So much so that my very first pony camp that I did when I was 12, I think. I did a rallying camp when I was 12, and at the camp I fell off 7 times in 4 days. But because I was taught that you have to fall off 100 times before you can consider yourself a rider, I used to just laugh and get back on again. And because I've been taught how to fall off safely, really, although it's not 100% foolproof, but I think people should be teaching kids to fall off safely. Regardless, that's not what I was saying. But yeah, I fell off 7 times in 4 days, so I didn't get a rosette for anything else, but they gave me a rosette for falling off, essentially. But anyway, I'm going to let you enjoy the ride for a bit, because my mouth's getting dry already, and I quite like to enjoy the ride. If you hear garbled stuff, then I've forgotten I'm recording. I am completely insane. I talk to myself at the best of times. But there we go. Come on, Sam. Let's go for a nice long ride. Do 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 do. Come on. Oh, you weed. What's the matter now? Come on, look. You're used to the flag. Not going to hurt you, is it? Stop being a tit. Oh, it's a bit long, actually. There we go. Whoa, Sir Trix-a-Lot is still in the house. Good boy. Remember, you can use your back. coming. Use your back end. Ooh. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. No, we stand. We stand. We stand. We do not go until I ask you to. Have some manners. Have some manners. 2, 3, 4. Good boy. Good boy. In case you don't know what I'm doing, that is a very simple exercise that helps them remember they have a back end when they're walking. And you can do the same in trot. You can do it in a school, but you must not do it along the short sides. You do it in the centre of the school so they can't rely on the fencing to balance. 1, 2, 3, 4. And the idea is to get them pushing from behind rather than pulling with their front. So getting them off the forehand onto their back end. Naturally, a horse will carry 60% of its body weight on its front end anyway. But when we ride, oh, here we go. This will be fun. Oh, it's kind of working. Thank you. Yeah, so to ensure that the horse's working life is not shortened without meaning to, you would aim to get them putting their weight onto their back end. That then helps them to get their build up their top line, and naturally their head will drop on its own. So, but yeah, looks like it kind of works. The phone kind of works when I trot. This way has not got a canter track or anything, unless I canter up Rag Lane, which I don't think I will, because he's a bit of a git in windy and wet weather. So it's still quite warm. I'm in full reflectors, both trousers and jacket. He's got a reflective breastplate as well. I do want to get him a reflective tail thing, but for the winter when it is cold, I've actually got him a couple of exercise sheets that have either reflective strips on or are fully reflective. But it is way too warm to use that today, and he is going in the stable for a couple of hours once I get back. So, we're starting to calm down now, are we? No, you're going to try and trot. I don't want you to trot. That's a nice bouncy walk, but we don't want trot. Good boy. Walk. Good boy. A lot of people like to get rid of a bouncy stride. I don't. I like big strides. I like big movements, especially in animals that are meant to have big movement, like Welshies, Welsh cobs, Welsh A's, Welsh B's. They're all supposed to have quite nice movement. Cobs more so, because they're supposed to have that nice high stepping knee action. My own cob had that knee action, but he wasn't a Welsh cob. We went by English cob. There's several schools of thought of what he was. I've got a friend who says he looked like their old Irish cob. I myself think he looks a little bit like a Cleveland Bay Cross. Not Cleveland Bay. Is it Cleveland Bay? I think it's a Cleveland Bay Cross. With a thoroughbred in him, because he had too pretty a face to be just a cob. Other people have other ideas. He was quite a heavyweight cob, actually, and he was a dude. I loved that horse. He was my 21st birthday present. The only catch was I had to back him, and he was such a sod to back. Good grief. But to be fair, when he was being a sod, it was usually him telling me something was wrong, like the saddle, or he didn't like the bit, or what have you. Once we got everything right, everything clicked, and he was amazing. It's just a shame we didn't have transport, because he would have done really well. I would have got him measured officially so that he could do the proper cob showing. Because the only showing we could do was working hunter cob, and he'd get stage fright jumping at a big show. He'd be fine at small shows, but big shows, not a chance. So, but yeah, unfortunately we had to sell our sell our trailer when Dad got cancer. Sorry, my brain is a bit malfunctiony at the moment. It has been for about a year now. Got worse when I got my last bout of cancer. Oh my God, cancer on the brain. My last bout of COVID. At least it started with a C this time. I also have some pretty interesting memory problems to the point where I had to give up my career, which a doctor, due to my mental health for obvious reasons, I've been a bit depressed because I worked at that career for 13 years and worked around a full-time job to get qualified in that career after having already done a science degree in equitation science. Car? No, we're good. There's not many lay-bys along this road, so it's worth listening out for cars. But yeah, I do wonder what would have been had we not had to sell the transport, and I could have tried the showing thing. I'm not a fan of showing, but he was good at it, so I did it for him. Illy was quite good at it too, but he was only really local level. Curly was really nice in his movement. I taught him to carry himself. He was light in the mouth. He was off the leg. We did lateral, we did everything. He was such a good boy. The only thing he couldn't do was counter pirouettes and piaffe. Mainly because I've never had to teach piaffe. Be interesting to have a horse that I could teach, but using the is it the Liberty method? I'd love to learn the Liberty method. I really would. It looks so my idea, if that makes sense. Because having done equitation science, I went to do it because I wanted a degree to show that I could get a degree, because I was awful in school. I never found my way of learning, and I just wasn't interested. And B, I wanted to increase my knowledge of my horses for their own welfare, which did help, because Ace, we had her 20 plus years, I think, and she was about 41 when she passed away. She didn't pass away on her own, sadly. She had mechanical problems, which I think I've said in another video. But yeah, I'm going to enjoy the ride for a bit longer. Maybe we'll have a quick trot. Good boy, yeah, you heard me, didn't you, boy? Still a little bit bouncy, this harness, but not quite as bouncy as it was. I'm sorry if I make anyone feel nauseous, but enjoy the ASMR horse hooves for a few minutes. Woo! You got away, mate. Hold it still for a bit. Ooh. There we go. I think if I put another ribbon There's a couple of gaps at the bottom of this harness thing on the plastic bit. I think if I put another ribbon in those gaps and tie that with something that isn't yielding, so not elastic, then I think I might have cracked it. I got big boobs, you see, and they're sat on my boobs. So the elastic is pinging because the boobs are in the way. I think if I was flat-chested or a bloke, I'd be okay. Not fun things about being well endowed. Right. So we are coming up to an area that can be a bit more busy, both with foot traffic and road traffic. So I'm probably not going to talk other than commentary on people's driving until we get back out of this village. So we're going to be turning right here. You good boy, Sam? Yeah, he's a good boy. Oh, riding into the rain. Riding into the rain, Sam. Good boy. And here's our first car going far too fast. Get in. Get in. Stand. Good boy. Thank you. Yuck. Thank you. Thank you. Good boy, Sam. All right, Trippy. It's amazing how well they behave when you can see I've got something set up to record them. 28:19, so about 28 minutes in. So I'm going to put my editing program onto my computer, I think, and try to edit out the number plates. Apparently my editing program can do that. I don't think it can do it on my phone, which is annoying. Come on, it's just a sign. Just a sign saying slow for hedgehogs. Oh, there's nothing behind me. Thought I heard something behind me then. Just says slow down hedgehogs. Which is good because we want them to slow down. Because hedgehogs are getting more and more rare. Good boy, good boy. He wasn't sure about that sign. Horses see very differently to us. The only colours they see, like we do, are green, which is food, and yellow, which can mean danger. So you tend to find that they're wary of yellow. It does get used to... I can't trot downhill, mate. You will go arse over tip. Come on. Don't trip. Thank you. Sorry, can't trot downhill. Thank you. Gosh, that's a very quiet electric car. You are really using your back today, aren't you, Sam? Good boy. Sam, I don't really mind where his head is, although I quite often unconsciously ask him down a bit, just because that's what I'm used to doing. As long as I can feel his back working, that's all I'm worried about. Good boy, steady. Good boy. It's alright, he doesn't mind dogs. Someone was throwing something about up there and he spooked at that. Good boy. It's not just that, he's spooky anyway, so the idea, I've been working with him to get him to stop spooking as badly. So we can now, we've worked up to this. So, it was the first time I got this out, it was a serial killer, that it really was. It's gonna eat him alive. Thank you for waiting. Oh yeah, well this one can't trot downhill, which is embarrassing when a car's waiting for you. He's got a gammy knee and he will trip right down to his knees if you're not careful. So I'm like, yeah, we'll stick to walk, thanks. Does sound like someone's coming, mate. Yeah. Where are you going? Straight on from the looks of it. Good boy. Walk on. Steady. Good lad. Ooh. It also gets much longer and much shorter, which is quite handy. Ooh. Good boy. Thank you. That's why I got this one, because the other day I was hobbling along because I can't walk very well on the ground. That's why I have this. Well, it's not mine, but why I ride this. And I was walking my sister's very young pony along the road. She was just before 3 at the time. And met our first car. I'm between her and the car. But they didn't stop for the lay-by, so I was constantly going, slow down, slow down. And she did slow down, but not enough. And as soon as the car got where the pony's nose was, the pony started backing, which most people would stop. She kept going. Pony spun her bum around. She hit the pony with her car because she didn't stop. Pony jumped on top of a hedge, which must have had a bank in it, because her feet were about a foot above mine. And when I said, I admittedly snapped, and I shouldn't have done, but I didn't have a camera or anything, so I had no proof. But I'm snowing around and snapped, so I was like, I told you to slow down. She said, oh, I did slow down. It's people like you who give riders a bad name. I was like, excuse me, you just hit my horse. And apparently I should have been wearing a sign that it was a youngster. I'm like, yeah, but this thing could spook as well, and he's 16. It's like, and the worst thing was, I was like, well, I know what I'm doing because I ride racehorses for a living. I was like, well, you clearly don't go on the roads, do you? And the best thing is, it's like, fun fact, I took on one of Martin Pipe's ex-racehorses that was a bloody champion. So I know what racehorses are like. They're not that bad in traffic. Come on, just be careful in case he backs up from the colour on the van. Thank you. There we go. Good boy. Good boy. Yeah, he sometimes has a moment on certain colours. He may not like the salt bucket up ahead either. Yeah, everything's going to eat him alive, and I won't ride him to the side of a bridge. I always ride in the middle, because I always think if he spooks, and this is the same with any horse, if any horse I'm on spooks and I get dismounted on the side of the bridge, I'm dead. So I don't care where the car is, they're waiting for me. Speaking of which, it sounds awfully fast. Good boy. I'm signalling the car wherever it is, because they'll see my flag first. Slow down, slow down. Thank you. Oh, we're going that way anyway. Thank you. Nice to speak to you. Bye. Thanks. Come on, mate. I know you want to stretch. It's a little bit downhill though, mate. I don't want you tripping. Well, that wasn't too bad. We only met a handful of cars. And you were actually quite good, weren't you? You were a very good boy. Oh, your knee kind of gave way there. There's some flat coming up, so we can do a little bit more trot then. Good boy. They're bollards, darling. They're not going to eat you. Good boy. Good boy. Oh, your chapel's been sold. Presumably it's not used as a chapel anymore then. Who's in there? There are. Right, let's have a trot, mate. Beautiful boy, good boy. Don't do too fast. Right. On the next flat I might do some sitting trot. But now I'm just going to let him have his head because it's uphill. And he can. My car's coming, so it's fine. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa. Mate, you don't need to trot everywhere. You might be spooky coming up because we've got the Rare Breeze farm coming up on our right. And there's some alpaca somewhere along here. I think it's alpacas. They look like alpacas. as I said, this is the busier of the roads. A lot of farm traffic around here. Lots of working farms. Not many people go out hacking like they used to either. Although I suppose I'm hacking during work hours, so that probably doesn't help me seeing other people riding. Steady. Ooh. Ooh. Good boy. Now you can go. Ooh. Good boy. Thank you. Good boy. Oh, so I'm not waiting for someone. They're going into the house. Oh, all right. Have a stretch, but no trotting. Ooh. Good boy. Now, will he smell the pigs and go, absolutely not? Or will he not care about the pigs? The farm he normally lives on is a dairy farm. So he'll have only seen sheep and cows. They keep sheep, but I don't think they do much with the sheep, other than use it to maintain the fields sometimes. Come on. That's where the alpacas are. I'm not remembering wrong. It's been a while since I've been hacking out this way. We're having poo number 2. Oh, we're having a moving poop. Moving poop. Yeah. There's alpacas down there. I'll spit at you. When did I ask you to trot? You can have your hair, but you can only walk. No. He does like a loose rein, does this one? Yes! Got it to respond. No. Oh! Bit late than ever. I'm not as good as my brother-in-law. Ah, almost brother-in-law. They're not married. With cohabitation rights these days, he needs to. All right, boy. Nearly on the home stretch. Good boy. Checking if the saddle's twisted. It has a bit. There we go. Let's just check the girth one more time before we go down the hill. Stand. Stand. There we go. Wait. Stand. Good boy. Stand. Patience. Patience, beast. There we go. It's gone up one. Whoa, someone coming a bit too quick. Thank you. It's electric. I can't tell because it's electric. It's very quiet. That's the trouble with the modern cars. You can't hear them even if they're normal cars these days. And that one tends to drive on your rear bumper. Anyway. Right, this is quite a steep one, Sam, so I need to have your head, please. On your back end. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good boy. So again, can't see much of Sam because I am putting my feet forward and leaning back. Remember those back hands. 1, 2, 3, 4. There, lovely, good boy. And there he lightens in front. Not that you can see it very well. So I'm not asking him down, but he is going down. I can feel him going down anyway. A lovely footpath up this way to my left here. Let's wait for this car. Stand. Stand. Not been too bad a day in the end. Oh, we've got a trailer on the back. Thank you. Stand. Good boy. Walk on. Good boy. You're getting it. You're getting a little less spooky. Alright, you can have your head again. No trotting there. Oh, I knew that was coming. I knew that was coming. Right, you can have your head if you walk. Walk. I feel odd. Alright, stirrup. Now that I've got the saddle in place, feels a little bit shorter, not by much. Maybe I'm the one sitting crooked. I don't feel like I'm sitting crooked. Right. And do some weird old exercises before we get to the pig farm. Put my flag in my waistband. Whoa, don't clip, don't trip. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 20. 1, 2, 3, 20. Reins back, because there's a car coming. Ooh. Good boy. Thank you. Keep over. Keep over. Good boy. Right, I'm going to wait to do any more exercises till we get past the pig farm, just to be on the safe side. Here's some more rain. Wonderful. Is it going to be... Feels a bit heavier than earlier. Earlier was just an annoying drizzle. It makes you wet. But you don't know you're wet until you're actually wet. Like soaked through. And I am talking about water. Like rain. Before anyone takes that the wrong way. I'm talking to you adults. Good boy. Right, there's another flat bit coming out. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to put the flag away again. Into my waistband. Can't get it in the side pocket yet. Get ready to do some sitting trot and stuff. Oh. Oh, don't help me. I don't need you to go just yet. So, I don't know if you can, oh, you're not going to see that. When you do sitting trot and you put your stirrups up, you should always cross them so that the one that you get on with is over the top of the one you don't get on with. When you do sitting trot, it's legs long. This is going to be quite bouncy for you, so I apologise. So keep your legs long, shoulders back, tummy in, tits out, and you look up. Do not tense, do not bring those knees up. Try not to bounce on the reins. Stand. Good boy. They're waiting for us. Good boy. Thank you. Nice driver. We like drivers that stop. Good boy. You need to be quite mobile in your lower back when you do sitting trot, because otherwise you'll end up going against the movement, which I'll do some more in a minute. Another exercise I do, the first exercise earlier, which you couldn't see, is I hold my arms out, both arms out to the side, and I sort of spin them, in, for want of a better term, in little circles. I do 20 one way, 20 the other way. I'm working up to doing, I usually do the 20 and 20 on the horse, and I'm working up to doing 20 and 20 with weights on them. But this next one that I'm going to do is one that helps your inner core as well. And all I do is I have to get my knees up to the pommel in jockey position, without moving my upper body. Stand. So using my inner core muscles. Stand. Boy, thank you. So you'll know if I move too much because the phone will wobble. Oh, this is hard with my waterproofs on. There we go. Not as good as I used to be. But when you go down, or get the legs down, you lift the legs out and stretch them down before you put them down straight. One more. That wasn't an awful good one, but there we go. I usually do 5. That'll do for now. Have another little short burst of sitting trot. Trot done. Good boy. That's a really big tractor. Let's go back to that gateway. Ideally, when you're doing no stirrups, your feet shouldn't be any different to when they're in stirrups. Good boy. Turn around. Oh. We're not going for a gallop. There we go. I nodded for a thank you, so don't worry, I did thank both. It was just a nod. Right, let's have that trot. And we'll walk the rest of the way back. You'll see that he does tend to go on a bit more easily. I am not putting pressure on these. Oh, that's awfully fast, mate. Thank you. Ironic that he had loads of prescriptions in his car. The reason a lot of horses or be more collected when you do things like sitting trot is because your leg is on more, because you're naturally holding on more, so you're giving it more leg, which if you've got a zippy pony, a lot of people don't want to do, but actually zippy ponies can be going fast but not forward. Right, I'm going to get my stirrups back now. I think that's enough non-stirrup work. Lovely. And when you finish non-stirrup work, your stirrups in theory should feel a little bit short. Come on. Go. Which mine certainly do. Right, have a stretch before the hill. Good boy. I do feel like my stirrups could go down a hole after doing that sitting trot. Which is good, because the longer my leg, the better I ride. And it's then I will then feel like I'm actually pushing them up properly when I go to jump. Not that I jump much, but there is a hack I can go, which has a log down on the track. You kind of have to go over it and you've got no choice. I'll take you guys on that hack one day. Might take Carla as well. I'll ask her if she wants me to share her horsey stuff as well. Here we go. Good boy. You can have a stretch now because we're going uphill. Good boy. Get the flag out again now. I've got to put it away again in a minute. But mate, you didn't have to trot. It's just here like a whip. Again, I think I said in another video, he doesn't like whips at all. So this flag is extendable and I can stuff it in my pocket or in my waistband as I get on, so that it helps me get on, as it were. Because if I try to get on with a whip, he is an absolute pansy. Let's put it that way. Anyway, I thought there might be another car coming. Not a lot of traffic today, haven't we? We're nearly at Raglan. We're nearly home. You can have your head if you want, just don't trot. Good boy. Is that a car coming? And if so, are we going to get to the track before they come round? That's lovely. No. Oh, thank you. This is home, mate. This is the way home. What are you doing? What are you doing? This is the way home? Mate, why? We're not going to see Jack. That's too fast. Mr. DPD man. Come. Come on. Why do you have to do this on every ride? This is the quickest way home, you absolute toad. Come on. Good boy. Good boy. There you go. You knock your head. You're going uphill, you're less likely to kill yourself. Or unalive yourself, as we're supposed to say. Oh, hello. Are we off, are we? Do we want a little canter? Is that what we want? Come on then, only a short one because you're supposed to be warming down. Right, let's trot up this bit. It's a bit stony and grim. Oh, I need to put my flag away. Hang on. Hang on a mo. My flag, we're multitasking here. Hopefully nobody's coming with a dog or a vehicle. Right, we can canter from here. Ready? I said canter, not gallop. Right. Ooh. 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 Good grief. Apologies for that last bit. That was a shaky shakes. Good boy, Sam. Feel better? Right, now you really do need to walk the rest of it. Walk. Walk. Still concerned the saddle is slipping despite the breastplate. Where are you going now? No! Sam, what is the matter with you today? Ah! Get on. Come on. What is the matter with you today? Come on. Good boy. Just want to walk, you utter toad. Alright, we'll make the flag short. Always lengthen it again if I need it. This is the way home, dear. It is. I know we're backtracking, and you're not used to backtracking, but you're supposed to nap when you don't want to go home or want to go out on a hack. That's what normal horses do. It's raining again now. You can go and cool off in the stable after we've sponged you off. Good boy. Come on. Nearly home. We're nearly home. Good boy. See, was that necessary? That head is trying to steal my flag. Oh, good grief. Let's make it nice and short. Hold it in the other hand, hopefully it's this little brambles. Good boy. Right, I'm going to finish it there because we're nearly home. See you next time. Bye. Oh, don't forget to subscribe.